Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's episode, or today's review, is going to be about Legacies, episode 9, season 2. Oh my god, guys, this episode was so good. We're going to start with the necromancer, or Ted. So, it goes back like a year, and it shows like the journey Ted, the necromancer, had while trying to get to the Salvatore school, which is present day. So, not even present day. Mystic Falls is present day. But anyways, he made a deal with like Malivore that he was supposed to be at peace. So he's a human in Texas. He gets a job at an ice cream shop, and all the while he's trying to get his necromancy powers back. So he's practicing, and then he becomes close with Chad, the guy that he works with at the ice cream shop. And Chad is supposed to be one of his followers. So he kills Chad and throws him into... He just kills him to see if he can bring him back. Doesn't throw him into the pit because the pit is like non-existent at this time, because Hope jumped into the pit, because this was a year ago. Hope jumped into the pit and the necromancer came back and found out that the pit was closed. We know what happened. So he kills Chad and he brings Chad back. So he's gotten most of his powers back, and he wants to like open the pit again. So they go to Virginia, they go to Mystic Falls, and he takes Malivore's son, which I thought was Ryan, but he said that was a decoy. He chopped his head off. I don't know what that was about. But he opens the pit back up and he brings a monster out, and he basically wants the monster to go get this dark object that Ryan was using as the headmaster with Josie. The sand, I forgot what it's called, but it had like the dark sand pouring in it. He basically wants the monster to go get that back. He wants the monster to go to the Salvatore school. Meanwhile, the whole time I'm thinking Chad is over this guy, and I just feel like in the future episodes, like further in the future, Chad is gonna do something to save the Salvatore school. He's gonna do something about what's his name? Ted, the necromancer. And I'm just ready to see that. Meanwhile, at the Salvatore school, we have the awkwardness between Hope and Josie, which I thought they were over and they were like friends, but I guess that's not the case. Josie is really like freaking awkward, like being around her. She's avoiding Hope, it seems like, and she's also avoiding her dad. She like sneaks into his office to get that object that Ted is after, the necromancer is after. They're trying to nullify the powers, which she learns that she can't do by herself. Sorry. She learns that she can't do by herself. Can you guys tell I'm tired? I'm tired. That she learns she can't do by herself. So, who helps her? Hope. They help each other. She helps her and they become closer and they have like a bonding moment, and I love it. I love it. I love it. Girl time. And I love that they're over the hump of like Hope getting Landon back, which I was very, very excited for. I'm glad that they're over that and they're like friends again, and that's what I was waiting for this episode, for them to be like close again. Meanwhile, Sebastian is at the school, of course. We love a Sebastian. And Rick is trying to make sure that he's a good fit for the school and not just let him in without taking any tests. So he has him take a behavioral like walkthrough with none other than Landon, because Landon can be killed and brought back, so he's the safest bet. And so they're doing their walkthrough. He gets along with the werewolves after some like dodgeball game. And then he kind of gets along with the vampires, but it doesn't work out because there's a new witch. I forgot. I think her name is Allison or Alyssa. I'm excited to see where she's gonna fit in. I like her so far. She's kind of annoying though. Milton is jealous of Sebastian, so she decides she's gonna help Milton by trying to make Sebastian fail. So she drops a cup and cuts her hand, and all her blood is like spilling all over the floor, and they think Sebastian's gonna go crazy and go for her blood, but no, Milton does, and he literally goes crazy, like he can't control himself. And guess who helps him? Sebastian. Now, isn't that a turn? They wanted Sebastian to go crazy, but Milton went crazy and Sebastian helped him. And that's where my heart softened for Sebastian. I was like, yes, this kid belongs here at this school. He's amazing. Guys, we all know what's gonna happen. So he doesn't go crazy. He helps Milton, and Landon decides to take him to the witches to see how he'll behave with them. Guys, it started off fine, and then the new witch, I'm gonna call her the new witch because I can't remember her name, the new witch decides to read his feelings, and she says that he feels fear and that he's afraid that he doesn't belong at the Salvatore school, and that Lizzie's too good for him, and she won't want to be with him, and he gets angry because he's vulnerable. And he throws Landon across the floor, and the witches just start doing that thing that they do that makes the vampire's head like hurt. And Lizzie's like, no, stop, let him go. And they stop, and then he runs off like a little pussy. He runs off to the gym and practices stuff with his sword, and he's like upset and embarrassed. I would say embarrassed, I don't know. And so Landon goes to find him, and this is where you see the true Sebastian. This guy is a master manipulator. That's how I felt when anyways, this is how I felt. I feel like he was manipulating, but he was also really hurt. So part of me wants to believe he's like a very good person, but the other part of me knows that this guy's a manipulator. He used to be a ripper. He probably still is. He probably still is. He actually still is. So he tells Sebastian tells Landon this sob story about my parents sold me to these pirates, and they abused me and had unusual punishments for me. And Landon takes it and he goes to Rick and he tells Rick that he is a good person, he deserves to be in the school, while Rick is reading these pirate stories. In the next chapter that he opens to is Sebastian the Merciless. I wish they would have told us more, but they did not. So Sebastian goes into the park and decides to feed on a random woman running. And Rick finds him and shoots him with an arrow that stops him, and they have this little combo. And he's very like, it just seems to me like he is a manipulator, and he's saying all these mean things, he's saying all these rude things to get under Rick's skin, he's saying he doesn't follow rules, while the other episode he was saying how he really how he really wanted to be at the school and things like that. But now he's just playing like a really bad person, you know what I mean? And I feel like he's afraid, so he's acting out. But I'm very curious how that's gonna like end, like the whole relationship between him and Rick is gonna like end up. So he says he doesn't want to stay at the school, he doesn't follow rules, and he says all this rude stuff about Lizzie. And Rick, I'm not sure if he shoots him with an arrow or what he does with him, but they skip to a scene where Lizzie is like, so he's gone, you kicked him out of the school, and Rick says, I gave him an ultimatum, I told him he can either follow the rules or he can leave, and he decided to leave. And the whole while I'm thinking, what did he actually do? Did he actually leave, or did Rick like do something to him? And Lizzie is heartbroken, and girl, I feel you. She feels that he didn't want to be with her. He just left. He literally left. And the thing is, we don't know if he actually left or if Rick did something to him, so we're to assume that he left. But guys, I think Rick like tied him up in the basement or something. Not even the basement, like somewhere the kids don't know about, you know? So that's what that happened with that. I don't know, what am I saying? That's what happened with that. Yeah, so Milton still has a Ripper problem. Hopefully he's working that out. Ruff wasn't in this episode at all, but there were mentions of him, but we all know he's with his dad. Caleb was not in this episode at all, but his sister was. And his sister is now an assistant at an intern at the school. So I honestly think that her and Milton are gonna be a thing, and Lizzie's gonna go running to Milton and she's gonna decide that she wants him now, and it ain't gonna happen because Milton's found his perfect match with Caleb's sister, and I want them to be together. And now that Josie and Landon and Hope have found this common ground and this medium of where they can all be like friends again and can hang out, Josie and Landon decided that they can't be friends and they're gonna be friends, and they decorated Hope's room, and I just love it. The threesome that they're having. Now if they could become a thruple, guys, that's the ultimate goal right there. That is the ultimate goal. Like Hope, Josie, and Landon as a thruple. Guys, come on. I stand that. I ship that, and I'm game for that. I'm excited for that if that ever happens. That would be amazing. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed, wow, out of focus. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this rundown of what happened, this review. If you're down for the throuple that is Josie, Landon, and Hope, comment down below. If you have any other theories, comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, give me a like. It would really mean the world to me if you subscribe to my channel. Yeah, this is Dazed and Content. This is Dazed Reviews, and I hope you enjoy. I will see you guys in my next video. Let me know what you think in the comments about my review, and I will comment back. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. See ya.